Okay, okay.
And then make sure you hit your repeat.
Yeah, well, no, I will, but I'm gonna try to get that way with both.
I'm gonna put it on shuffle too. We have enough songs now.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. Like last night when I was just in a vibe on the detour, I played this one on loop for like 6 times in a row just to have it.
Yeah.
Just because it was a new ambience.
Mm.
You just got
it. There we go. What's up, everybody? Yes, a puff indeed. They're the longest ads in the world.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, you look like the 4th of July.
Oh, you just sketched Vessel. Nice.
All right, that way we're not like staring off.
Oh, Sam says, well, hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello, Shelly.
Jeffrey.
199. Oh shit, the troublemakers.
Hell yeah.
We're here. We're doing our thing. Mr. Devlin's here as well.
I gotta go get my dranky drank.
Yeah, say tonight is the for anybody that's just joining in that's new to these is that this is our every other week live that we do on Fridays. So we hang out for a couple hours and chit chat, shoot the shit, talk about the week, different things like that. So let's see. The next 21 Pilot song will be just the next track off of Blurry Face that we've not heard yet, which we've had a weird week with recording with like weather and stuff, so I haven't even looked at the list yet to like what we're gonna do.
Yeah, but, we're getting there, guys.
21 Pilots, the warning, all that stuff's gonna be there, so rest assured. So
reaching over you, armpit view.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Alonzo's here. What's up?
So,
I mean, don't punch balls at work. That's no good. Vessel
I've been making merch.
Oh, Spirit. Wait, hold on. Spirit Air Custom says Vessel will Vessel will be airbrushed live and mailing it to Riker Road. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
we're getting a Vessel thingy.
Yeah, he was gonna be. I know he was gonna be on live.
Oh my god.
He was talking about it the other day. Currently crocheting a blanket. Tough. That's what getting the old brews going.
Hold on a second. So Alexander says, just want you all to know because you're not lore heavy, but Clancy Part 2 should release in the next couple of weeks.
I was hearing that there was going to be either a Clancy Part 2 or a deluxe edition or something.
Well, especially with the way the Paladin Straight ended, which I mean, not so much the song, but like the music video where it's like we stopped in the middle of the action where it's like, oh my god, no, don't do this to me, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, Spirit, it's when do you usually do your airbrushing and stuff, and then what platform do you do it on?
TikTok.
Oh, is it TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I gotta make sure I follow you. So,
yeah, I found some good stuff on TikTok over the time. So,
so what song are we both most excited for? And even in Arcadia, Infinite Baths.
Yeah, I would say that's one for me too.
And it's only because in the visualizer for Democles is that it looks like baths and it looks like the Wendigos or like whatever you want to call them, the negative things are attacking. You know, so it's kind of like, oh shit, are the Infinite Baths not even safe? You know, but I've also taken it that what if it's the idea of that, like, you know, think about all the touring that they've been doing. How many baths have they had to take to wipe off all their makeup?
Sure,
you know?
sure.
This has been a very personal album so far, not being lore heavy. So when Devlin said, I put together my son's Montessori bed this morning and it was a bitch, I wanted to turn it into a Homer Simpson's barbecue.
And thank you for the dono.
Appreciate it, man.
Jerry Representative. Oh yeah, the flamingo. Well, that's what I was saying. Like, it was weird the fact that the whole alkaline and flamingo thing, that like that's like a real thing, and then we have a black flamingo. So
well, and how interesting is it that we're past the trilogy and now the flamingo is on him with the feathers, almost kind of like a maybe it's like the idea of hunting where it's like, no, I killed my prey.
Sure.
I mean, who knows?
Sure.
Right? So.
You're right. This does look good.
Yes.
Do not collect go, or do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Let's say that. Just throw the ideas at us. You know, we don't got an intro. Just
Yeah.
Give them to us.
Oh, is it when Hometown of 21 Pilots?
No idea. I don't even know what album it's on, so.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea.
So we literally do this week by week and song by song. So.
Yep. Hey, Spunky, what's up?
Oh, the Cindy. Welcome. Let's see. Parker says Infinite Bass for me too. All the final songs in the 3 previous albums have brought me to tears, so I can't see this being much different. I listen to y'all's podcast all the time. Much love. Parker, thank you so much for being a part of that. And I want to say this too, is that anybody that, because I've been updating on Coffee Time, like when I can jump in, is that looking at the RSS feed, and that's for anyone that doesn't know what that is that that's where you can visit that site, and it's a podcast site, but it also gives you listen on to everything. And I checked the analytics and things, and in the past 30 days, we have had over 1,000 downloads across.
That's wild.
Across all different software stuff. So thank you guys for people that are doing that. Thank you for checking out the weekly episodes we've been doing. We were without an episode last week. We got back into the swing of things.
Back on track.
So just thank you. But
and Jeffrey, yeah, she was back in the.
She's huge.
I got her cut off over there with it. She's such a big scaredy cat that the little shoe rack blocking the one corner, she's like, I'm stuck, I can't do anything.
Yeah. Let's see, hold on. Parker says, also I asked Eric on TikTok Live if there was any more paranormal things that he had seen. What about you, Kyle? No, I mean, here's the thing. I don't see things. But that's not my thing. I hear things. I'm more susceptible to that. It's one of the reasons why whenever I am working in the warehouse that I do and I'm by myself, I always have music going. You know, it's what's up?
I just said Lola, what's up? Sorry,
what's up? So I mean, there really hasn't been anything. There's been nothing concrete. I actually the other day when I was making music, and dude, it actually freaked me out a little bit. Now, to be fair, I was medicated and it was late.
Sure.
But all I remember was playing different synths and getting different sounds, and I kept hearing this frequency that I couldn't figure out. I'm like, that's not the music. Where's that noise coming from? It kind of almost sounded like a voice or something. And I found out what it is that since I have good monitors now, that when you hit a synth and you have a reverb to it, it decays and echoes. I was hearing the higher frequencies dissipate, and I'm like, okay, I'm on board. So yeah, so sometimes you freak yourself out, you know. So, but
I saw the merge tank. We can't put anything with Vessel's face on it.
Yeah,
he's not necessarily copyrighted, but that gets real muddy. I've talked before a while back with the Discord, and like kind of I dare say like his or their main mods for that. Mm-hmm. And they're like, you can, but like I probably wouldn't.
Oh, Parker's out of here, so see you, man.
Have a good one.
Yeah, man. Let's see.
But here, guys, do you guys want to see what I've got so far for some merch? Do you want to see? Because now there's not a whole lot on the computer. Now we're going to be very handicapped on not being able to read your guys' comments for a minute. So hold on.
Let's see. Yep, we'll get it. Actually, I'll do this. I'll actually open it up.
Okay. All right.
Oh, hey, you're live.
Parker for $9.99. Thank you. Whoa, hold on.
Let's see. Hold on. It says, yes, Hometown is awesome. Or no, that's not Parker. Hold on. Sorry. Parker for $9.99. Yes, there it is. Cool. And then we have Meili, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, Hometown is awesome. Also, a flamingo's color comes from what it eats.
Yep.
Black flamingos are native to the Mediterranean, which ties into the Greek themes of even in Arcadia.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Because I know they get their pink from shrimp, I believe is what I've heard.
Yeah.
So all right, guys, here I'm gonna get this up.
Yes, we got some merch ideas of things.
Now there's a lot more that I've sent to Rage and gonna help me tweak.
Eric's been having some fun.
I've been having some fun. So here, let me see if I can.
Yep. And then there you go.
All right. Everything is fine.
Because everything is fine.
Lord's lettuce, but I want these to be gone. But the halo is smoke.
Oh, Brock, we don't live in Colorado, so no. But it is recreational here for us, so.
For shut up and eat it. Again, these aren't like dead on, but like something along these lines.
Well, I guess this dude, I love the everything is fine.
Another shut up and eat it one, but again, this is just ideas. Stay off the lawn.
It's a perfect fucking line.
Yeah.
That's like hard line.
You smell like weed. It's supposed to say, and you're in my personal space. See, now I'm gonna respell it purr, like it's purring. There's that one, smoking a J.
Oh, Michael Cunningham says he has a dispensary across the street from his house.
No shit.
Babe, can you make one that looks like Luna?
Maybe, but the same thing with the perfect. It'll be spelled different if I do that. Rage quit. And then I'll get rid of the third. There's one for girls kind of thing. I just.
There's a third arm. Yeah.
There's the third arm. It's AI, but to tweak. Oh, these ones are. They kind of worked for what I wanted. It was supposed to be that thing. They were hacker report. Yeah, right. Like playing the VR. Like,
Eric,
what?
Jayla says a Mortal Kombat themed merch of the two of you with assist fatality.
Oh shit.
Okay, we
yeah.
could. Well, I'll see now.
I've actually, what I've wanted is to on our banner for Riker Road is to be able to have cartoon versions of us, but like we're like almost like Link how they do it. Where it's kind of oh that's cool. So.
Oh yeah, hard. It should be you with a power head on. Bless you.
Fuck off.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. But yeah, metalhead, like you're getting your face melted off.
No, it's I love the hyper realistic one. That one looks wild.
So I like this one, but I was like, no, I want it to be in smoke letters. So I did this.
And Spirit just said, make room on a wall for 2 pieces of art.
Oh,
Spirit,
shit.
Thank you so fucking
Hell
much.
yeah.
Dude. That's I cannot tell you how awesome that is.
Small sock energy. So that's kind of what I got so far. I don't think I had anything. Did I have anything else? No, that's Cookie Designs. So, yeah.
Hey! Whoa! Those cookie designs are private.
I bet. I didn't see anything. Don't worry, they didn't either.
Now I've got other ideas, guys, that I made. They're just on my phone and I'm using it right now. So
ChatGPT is one of those things that I should mess with, but I found Night Cafe and kind of because what I dug about it was that you can either prompt it to look cinematic or you can do autofill where it will do like a paragraph of like what you want your image to look like.
okay.
Of like the lens, the camera, the.
I was
color
kind of
grading, that type
I
of thing.
kind of like this one, but I'm new to this one. But no, I'm trying to figure out what a hip hop head one would be.
Let's see, Mary. Look in our description of every video. We have our
It's basic
links.
merch now.
Yeah, we have links for our merch there. So pretty much
That's-
anything you want to find will be there. If you go to my Instagram, I have a link tree that literally has like every single thing that we have that can be linked. So.
But I mean, what did you guys think of some of those things right off the rip? Just like before anything got. I have one that says, Kyle, can you pull up and see if you've got the Devil's Lettuce one?
Oh.
I've got one. It looked really cool, but I think I want to see if Rage can take the horns and make them joints instead of the horns. To go with either Devil's Lettuce or Lord's Lettuce.
Oh,
The lawn one.
This one kind of reminds me of Buried Alive. Kind of has like that ghost pepper kind of look.
Yeah, and I made stuff for
So-
Spicy Air too.
So Devil's Lettuce.
But see, I want it to be that maybe the horns be joints. I don't know.
So I'll give it a second so you can see it. So no, that one's really cool because it has like how Buried Alive will make all their fruit look demonic with faces. And
Yeah,
shit. Like,
yeah.
I always dug that. Like
I made stuff with Coffee Time, stuff for Wake and Bake, stuff for Hippie Speedball. I made stuff for just toasted reviews, like a piece of toast that was stoned, a stoned person laying on a couch with snacks around him. Like I've got all kinds of ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I need to just hone into like 1 or 2 styles for like a toasted reviews. I don't want 60 fucking different style shirts.
that's like you gotta like hone it in and be like, nope, this is the one we're gonna
Kind
go
of,
with. Yeah.
kind of. Like I don't want it to be overload on because I asked the lady today when I was asking about how some of this can be made, and she's like, yeah, certain things will have to can be printed, but other things will just be like the lay-ons or whatever. But either way, she's like, don't overload your people a lot of times when they click on your merch site because it's just too much stuff, too many colors, too many things.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, send your logo stickers as well, dude. I'll put that stuff on my speakers, but then like I'll fucking represent you, dude. Send like however many that you can send us that you're okay with sending us. So
but like
obviously don't send like 100.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if you want to send us like 10 of them or whatever, like if you have
Now,
that stuff.
here's another thing, guys, is that, and I know not everybody has a yes now, but when it comes to, there's like the layered printing, and it's up to 6 colors. The only problem is I have to buy those in bulk at 24 at a time. It doesn't have to be shirts, but it has to be 24 of that print of something, which that would kind of be on us to distribute. That could be some like limited release things. You know, like
Fucking Tanner, happy Friday, y'all. As my principal would say it, it's only one day closer to Monday. He really likes Mondays.
But like I said, guys, I'm really on this merch thing. I've been needing the kick in the ass. Rage's thing weirdly kicked me in the ass, and I was like, no, man, I need stuff like this because I was inside this box of just sayings and like our logo, and I wasn't sure how or what could be made, so I was like, fuck it. Got stoned this morning. Went and talked to the merch people.
And then you came downstairs and showed me 50 pictures.
Hey, you
Damn
show
right.
me. You're over there taking pictures of your rocks.
Well, honestly, the first time that I ever
They're
used
minerals.
the Night Cafe was that I tried to push it and see if I could like mess with it enough where I was like the eyes of God, or I would say like or I would say AI becoming sentient or something. Like I was like trying to fuck with it to like see how I could push it.
See, maybe
So,
that's the thing too. Is that maybe I need you to type in stuff for me too,
well, I think it's
like
gonna be
how you would word it.
It's going to be interesting to see what ChatGPT will do compared to it, because there's been some times when I've given Night Cafe something and it tries, but it's like completely out in left field. So it's almost kind of like, like something to the effect of like if I say a man standing under the moonlight with glowing teeth, it's like sometimes the moon will have a big smile with teeth. It's like, it's weird shit like that.
That's
you know?
where like
So-
I'm having a hard time making one. I'm just trying to. So I said maybe you can word it right. I want something like somebody like in the clouds of like, and it's a marijuana cloud or something, but like cloud 9. Like
Lola, thank you.
You know,
Thank you.
Thank you. But like same thing would happen where it's like it's not really what I want.
Yeah. Night Cafe is fun. They've actually started doing a video side of it that one of the things I did was I took one of the lyrics from Fall For Me and said, "With my love is your garden," and put that just to see what it would do. I'm not expecting
Sure.
anything, but it did give me a guy walking in a trench coat through a garden. That
See,
looked like it was like liminal space or whatever.
I was
so-
thinking about something with that whole picking up the roses or putting down the roses, picking up the sword. If I could figure something out with that, or like a garden of things. I almost got ballsy, and I was gonna try something, but I was like, nah. But kind of how I say gardens are yearly. Like, make those, but I figured that might be a little too, or have something with the thing like insert gamer word here or something like that. But yeah,
Wait, hold on. Jason Cordova, hope I said your name correctly, says, "I've been a fan of you guys for some time now. I just wanted to say that you guys have at my low point. You guys helped me so much, and I have lost so weight. I was 697 pounds, and now I'm down to 435.7. Dude, Jason, holy shit, dude.
whoa,
That's fucking incredible. That's
bro,
dude.
that's some weight to lose. You did. That's amazing, man.
The main thing to remember, man, is that it's like I've had many different times in my life that I was either working out or wasn't or whatever, where it's like when you feel the change or like you're noticing like results and stuff, keep it going, dude. Just stay on it. You're on such a good road right now.
Guys, there's nobody here. Knock it off. Don't start. You're getting
See.
her wound up.
Excuse me. Dill for $10 says, "Thanks for the sleep token breakdowns, gentlemen. I can't wait for y'all interpretation of the album release in a couple of days. Worship." So just so you know this is that we have to react to the whole album and then chew on it for a little while, but we will be doing a podcast breakdown of Even in Arcadia. That will for sure be happening. So that's something I'm really excited about, because we did an entire podcast episode on Caramel, because that was a single that we needed to talk about. That's like, because there was so much surrounding it and like, you know, different things. But I almost thought about having us do a Damocles one, but I was kind of like, nah, we'll save that for the full.
Yeah, just wait.
It's,
We'll wait.
'cause not that Damocles isn't as good as Caramel or anything, but it's that whole thing of like, nah, just it's like that can be discussed in the grand scheme of things.
We are now getting borderline to like a whole like, well, we're just gonna do all the singles and then no, we're not gonna do that.
Rager,
Rage,
my man.
you weren't in here. I gotta show you some more stuff. Here. Okay. Sorry, guys. I know you guys already saw this. Rage, check me out, brother.
So Pirate, just so you know, we don't do full album videos. We will be doing each individual song off of Even in Arcadia. So everything's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go through these quick for you, Rage, because they already saw them. Lord's Lettuce. Like I said, I want you to just maybe make the smoke a little bit better with the halo. And then the Shut Up and Eat It. You got that one. We got a couple of these. It was that one. I changed to purr. Sorry. You got the Rage Quit ones. What are the ones I didn't show you yet? There we go. Okay, that one, but no, this one.
God, the difference. It's so cool.
So I'm gonna send you that one. I might not really even need that fixed, to be honest with you. And then smoke session, but I think again I don't maybe not need much of these tweaks, but I think I'm gonna go with this one instead. And then Small Sock Energy.
Love that's hard and
Tired. All right.
There we go.
But we're just kind of giving you the rundown of what I was working on still.
Did you put her on the steps?
Yeah.
No, the new album's gonna be wild. I'm very
PNG.
ready for it.
I don't know, man. This is just off of AI generator.
So, I just entered this stream and saw that shirt.
What?
Should I try and let her out?
No, she won't stay on his face. That's why she's in there.
Yeah, she was getting my girl with
Like
that.
the whole time.
But I won't be able to effectively talk. She was in my
Yeah,
my
like
grill.
no.
The beard routine, I will say this, is that if you are going to have a full beard, you need to understand that it is a big dedication. You wake up with bed face, and it's very uncomfortable. It's horrible. You know, it's like Rocket Raccoon waking up. He's like, Quill, where are you going?
He says bad face.
But no, it's one of the things I learned from my good buddy Dan Kosas was that he always said, he was like, look, dude, he's like, I asked a man that had a long beard. He said, will you teach me? And he said, I'll teach you. He's like, but you need to understand, it's kind of like that Malcolm in the Middle thing of like, once you go down this road, there's no
going back.
There's no unlearning what you've learned, you know, so, yeah, so
It's the second of the month.
wake up,
get That's up, funny.
Get up.
That's good. Random stray hairs. Yeah.
Yeah, which I mean, I think that if you have hair in your face, you're just gonna have that problem because there's always sometimes where like I'll find a hair in my face that's like 3 inches long compared to the centimeter the rest of my head is. I'm like, well, how the fuck has that been hiding?
Yeah. My favorite ones are the random gray nose hairs.
Oh, Neil, 100% Demon Hunter. That is actually, if you're gonna do Christian metal, that's how you do it.
That's
That
a
is
Christian band?
100%, and they have a song called "I Will Fail You" that I probably will throw at you on the next Twitch live.
Twitch
that we
live?
did. I think I may have shown it to you a while ago, but it was when the lead singer was smoking a cigarette and driving, and it was like super dark.
Okay.
I Will Fail. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which again, it was the fact that that's a Christian band. That's their lead singer. He is smoking a cigarette.
Doesn't mean you get like secular
Right.
people. Yeah.
It's just that it breaks
You don't-
all the stereotypes
exactly.
of what you think. So,
Dude, kind of
Yeah.
like me and you are gonna probably react to something together. Do you remember? You will, but do you remember who Project Pat is?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
chicken. What chicken?
Yeah.
He did chicken heads, and then he did the hook to sipping on some scissor.
Yeah.
He is now a Christian and a Christian rapper. Kato on the beat, making his shit, which is Kato was Jaron Benton and Hobson's producer. Fire ass beats, and the dude is still keeping that Hanuman kind. When I was like, he sounds like Pat.
Yes. Yeah.
He's still keeping his fucking Memphis flow, talking about the Lord. I'm like, and people are like, it's Preacher Pata.
Preacher Pat.
Dude.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So no, we're not going to be doing Dayseeker. No, nobody shows up for him. So let's see.
But bro, like I was like, no shit, man.
Honestly, it's one of those. It's like, all right, Project Pat.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
you love Jesus now. Show me what you have to say.
Show me
So-
what you have to say. But he was saying, he said something about. He still says stuff like he was like, my shades they be Louis V. The Lord's been blessing me. Something like that. Like I was like, no shit. Like, wait, Zachary, have you heard it? Is that what you're talking about? Anthony, that dog looks like a motherfucking horse coming out of the
Yeah, well, I'm fairly familiar with the Pretty Wild, so they're not bad. I think it's she wanted to get as far away from Cindy Lou Who and fucking succeeded. So, but so Michael, so it's funny you talk about like haunted houses.
Sorry.
Bless you. So, it's funny that you talk about. I can't even fucking think now. No, it's funny that you bring up haunted houses because I'm actually curious if Rodney's going to give me a call this year. So he might have some new stuff. So
yeah.
we have a guy that's if you're ever in the Medina area on Route 18, there's a wonderful place. It's called Forest of Screams, and they have Escape Medina. That is one of our I would say acquaintances. I wouldn't call them but like
yeah.
maybe more so one side or the other. But no, but he's just somebody that loves horror and has done so many things, you know, to push his career in that direction. So he owns this big property where they have a hayride, and
It's pretty
you
cool.
know, they
It's
did
cool.
What was it, a night of Jason that we got to go
Yep.
to that we filmed the thing for.
Anytime that as long as it's not like frigid ass cold or even no matter what time of year, if there's a Friday the 13th, he's open that weekend and like the
Yes.
weekend after and does like the night of Jason's.
We've it's the idea that when you're on the the hayride and everything, where it's kind of like, all right, like Jason will sometimes come up onto the actual ride and look at you, and like he'll get close to you and like maybe like jump at you or something. But,
Yeah, it's cool.
They had Jason's mom at one point. She was like standing in the fog saying, "Kill them, honey!" Like, you know, that stuff.
Dude,
You're like,
it's,
what the fuck?
Dude,
You know,
it's cool.
so-
It's cool because they get like 20 actors to play Jason, so they're around at all of the corners and stuff, and then you know camp counselors that are your tour guides and stuff. So
Michael just said I go to Blood Prison every year in Mansfield, Ohio.
hell
so,
yeah. Oh shit, Blood Prison.
Yeah, I've never been to Blood Prison, but I've been to Carnival of Horrors, and that one's a lot of fun. It's actually, I think it might be my favorite one. No offense, Rodney.
Really?
But it's,
Okay.
I love Rodney's too, but I think that Carnival of Horrors was such a unique experience I've never had again, no matter where I've went.
Okay.
That kind of thing. So,
Okay.
love what Rodney does. So do not get that wrong. He does a great job. Support him. He's awesome. So.
No, right, but I just said that. Okay, all right.
Here. Oh, we're gonna be seeing Ice Nine Kills at the end of the month. Nice. Hell yeah.
Why did I think you were like trying to huck a loogie over there for a second? I was like, what was that?
Those both were very far off. You guys were talking about.
Like Riker does it in the mornings. It's so nasty.
Wait, hold on. Jason Voorhees has entered the chat.
Yeah.
He's like, you were talking
Dude,
about.
I don't know how he's so fucking fast with these.
He's probably a hacker on the dark web.
He's 13.
Exactly. He's probably a hacker on the dark web.
That's yeah. That's
It's like Mitch Hedberg when he's like, look, I did not lose a leg in Vietnam for you to sit here and not order food. And he's like, yeah? He's
you didn't lose a leg. Exactly.
I did not lose a leg in Vietnam. He's like, no, you didn't serve in Vietnam. Mitch Hedberg is the king of one-liners, and you will discover
I've said
him.
this 7 times already to her, and
It's
I've
amazing.
said several of his jokes today, and she's like, "That's not funny."
Yes, yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I know Callie was supposed to go,
Yeah,
but
right.
he
That
passed.
was, yeah.
He passed like a month before they were supposed to be in New York or whatever it was. Where's Freddie? I could be one of you guys.
Oh, Black Mirror. I would have to say the museum episode. In
That one's a
season
good one. I haven't seen. I know they made like new ones. I haven't seen them yet.
Mm-hmm.
I swear that something like wasn't Jonah Hill in one?
I can't remember.
Roxy, I don't care. The last time you were fine. This has now proven the fact that we can never do this here again because you can't behave.
and now you're making noise because you were an
She
asshole.
sounds like a Hoover vacuum that's dying.
Poor baby, nothing. She was told.
Sound like a fucking door opening. Let's see. We cook,
We
what-
can't
what
hear.
about
No,
the
I
noise?
know. I was saying we could hear it because I know you guys are by the music. That's why I was like, I know you guys can't hear.
Yeah. I was just tuning it out. So.
Me too. Dude, where's my car? Dude, we're going to the other side.
Where's my car, dude? Dude, where's your car? Yeah.
Talking about the whole thing.
Baby, Kryper Core, is that it? Kryper Core, holy shit, we have been trying to figure this shit out for like the past week.
Yes.
There was a band she sent me a long time ago, dude. They've got fucking exoskeletons with glowing fucking tubes and shit, and like doing metal and stuff. Like, dude, Kryper Core. Oh my god,
Okay.
please write that down. Oh my god, actually, I'm gonna take a picture of that. It was. Oh shit, where is it? Hold on. It's Neil. Neil.
That's why I was like Neil.
Sorry.
I was saying.
All I heard was,
I know. I was trying to.
God damn. So hold on. Oh my god, because I thought about them like, I think it was last month, and I was like, fuck. I'm like, I want to be able to like watch them again.
2 weeks ago, because I was like, who are I think I said the core people.
Yeah, because we were like future core. No, it was like, you know,
I hate when I do that.
All that stuff, you know. So, oh my god, yes. I've seen the two that you've sent me,
Yeah.
and I like them both a lot. So, but I've never dove into them clearly because I fucking forgot them. So,
I love you too.
I didn't. It was Meg. It was Meg that banned you.
oh,
Oh,
Neil.
what?
Like last week or whatever it was.
Oh, I didn't ban him. I banned him, but I don't ban him.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but
no,
you're right.
So he probably left before he realized he was unbanned.
No, he came back. No, he came back.
Oh.
rest in peace, Neil.
Yeah, it was caught in a crossfire.
Let's see. Melee for 999 says, sorry if this has already been asked a ton, but I'm loving going back and watching all your Sleep Token reactions, especially the Emergence one. What are your guys' favorite songs from Sleep Token right now? So first off, thank you. Thank you very much. Still my favorite song by them will always be Fall for Me. I think that one it's special to me for a multitude of reasons, and I think that it has strong implications in the lore, and it's so unique because it's just his voice. But so somebody's impersonating me.
Yeah.
Identity theft is not a joke. It's, millions of families suffer every year.
That's all I can find on Google. Dude, this kid is on it, dude.
What the fuck,
Dude.
Oh my god! Can you like? Never mind. But I would say Fall for Me. Then The Apparition and Give. I would like to say that.
Ascensionism, Alkaline, Dark Signs, The Apparition, Take Me Back to Eden, The Offering. Like all of them.
Every single one. What kind of a mood am I in today? Am I?
That's basically what it is. What
Yes.
kind of a mood am I in today?
Is it Sundowning Tomb or is it Eden? Where am I at? 'Cause I'm not going to
Yeah.
say Arcadia yet because we haven't had the full experience. So it's
Yeah, I mean, I listened to Emergence, I guess, probably a little more than the other two. But
hold on, CJ97. I'm glad you're asking this question. Are you guys going to be live streaming the reaction to the new Sleep Token album? Here's the thing. For the normal answer is no, but also it's the thing of that I don't know when we will jump on recording to get that album kicked off and going. Let's like start going through it. But that weekend when the album comes out on the 9th, I have a virtual meeting at work from the 9th and the 10th. So it's one of those of like, okay, like, so it's like, obviously we can't do anything Friday night, but it's also not a live week. So that makes
Yeah.
it works out. But,
Right.
but I don't know, it'll probably end up being just like, I don't know, either that weekend or Monday or we're gonna need to go through it personally just to be able to fucking survive and enjoy Sleep Token, you know, at some point. But
I'm thinking we should probably take a day and just record all the songs.
yeah.
Get it done. That way we can listen to stuff that'll be on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll suck trying to get one of those days recording all that and then get recording of the other stuff we normally that way we have our catalog.
I mean, even if we do 4 in one day, you know.
Right.
So
Right, but it's just the fact of we've got what, like probably 6 or 7 more off the album we need to do.
We have 7.
Seven,
Yep,
so
10,
yeah.
10 tracks total. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Let's go on. Chaos Corp asks, what's y'all thoughts on Slipknot's current state?
that's him. That's one more of his bands.
So, number one, I want to say this is that I think that there's been a lot of shady things that have gone on behind the scenes because unfortunately music is a business, and Clown owns that band. So
I always forget that.
Yeah,
dude.
so I think him and Corey now co-own it. I think that's where they.
Yeah, I
how
just
they
always
did it.
forget that it's not Corey. I always think that the lead singer is the owner of bands. Like
Right.
I don't know why.
But the thing is that I think that I hate to sound this way, but it's like I miss Paul, I miss Joey. Like when you get Iowa, and you get Volume 3 self-titled. There's never been anything like that since, and I think that the last time that they were all together doing it, For All Hope Is Gone, they did it at home, so they didn't have the tension that they usually do. Not saying that I want them to be in bad places, but that's what made Slipknot what they are, is that they all just were full of hatred. Sometimes they hated each other, and that's
Sure.
what fed into the music.
Sure.
And there was 9 of them, so
Yeah, motherfucker's gonna be upset once in a while.
like, because I think Mick Thompson said it, where he's like, like name calling, all that shit. He's like, we don't do that, but he's like, when you're on the bus and somebody's flicking their boogers at you or whatever and different things. where
Sure.
He's like, nah, man. He's like, there's a limit, but I find myself every time I listen to something new that they've done. Even when I was unsure if we were going to go through it on the channel, I held off for a while, and finally I was like, you know what, this is my favorite band. I just need to one of them, but it's like,
Yeah.
I just need to take it in for myself. And I remember thinking to myself, I'm glad I didn't react to this because I wouldn't have a lot of positive things to say.
Really?
There's a couple of things I did enjoy, but it was kind of like, man, this is work to get through. I kind of don't care. So I find myself sticking in
Sure.
the Iowa place, not to be the stereotypical hipster, but
No, that's Roxy
So-
in the background. That's the Great Dane. My Thor's over there. The pity.
Oh, my
see.
God.
So Christopher the Villain
mean-
asks,
yeah.
let's see, hey Kyle, have you introduced Eric to both for my Valentine? Love your reactions.
Well, I've heard them.
Yeah, so you guys have to understand this too. Number one,
I'm the oldest.
Thank you for the
Yes,
donation.
thank you.
But the thing is that a lot of people, they were asking us stuff like, dude, react to Nothing Else Matters by Metallica, and react to
Creed, yeah.
Creed, and like Bohemian Rhapsody, where it's like, guys, we were raised on the best music
Yeah.
from all of our parents, like whether it was my biological dad and our mom, or if it was our stepdad, who's technically more like our dad, it's a long thing, but like we have so many
Yeah. Aunt
parents,
Heidi.
Aunt Heidi, grandma, even there's just coming from a place of quartets and getting.
I
into
was
that
just gonna
sound,
say that.
you know?
That's
Yeah.
more so of grandma, mom, and Alberta and things where that sound, and Grandpa Ralph, but where I find myself liking certain singers and like Michael Jackson's and the Will Ramoses and things where there's this very specific sound and maybe sound wave almost that hits your brain because I'm used to it. And then the Bone Thugs and Harmony, it's literally in the fucking name. Shit like that. Like Ritz, Tech 9, they have this smooth, buttery kind of harmonic sound to them.
I think that's honestly what the thing that you and I would always do, because a lot of our subscribers have heard this, but it's something that it's I love talking about it. It's the fact that before Riker Road was ever a thing, Eric and I at every family get together, or if you were visiting from Pittsburgh, or if it was 20 minutes or 2 hours, it did not matter what was going on. We would always escape with each other and show each other music.
Yeah.
And it was always the no, man, I know what you like. I'm not here to get you to like something that's out of your wheelhouse. Listen to these vocals. You're going to love this band.
Right.
It was that
Yeah.
type of thing. I remember.
Now it's a little different.
Right. And it's what I remember showing him was the band, The Story So Far, Cartel, and these different bands that had a very high register, but it's such a clean sound. That's what we always called that, was that if it had a lot of harmonies, it was a clean sound. And that's what we did. And once we started the channel, it was kind of like, well, I'm like, we do this anyway. So like,
Right.
that every, instead of once a year, we do it, 3 to 4 times a week now. So it's like
And
that type of thing,
that's
so.
where like the channel. This is not the channel I started. The channel I started for Riker Road was gaming, and it just was not. I wasn't expecting hundreds of thousands of views and followers. I was expecting more than 17 people and 12 of them being friends and family, and less than 30 views in a week. And I looked at him one day and said, "You want to react to music with me? You're the metal guy, I'm the rap guy." And he went, "Okay."
Yeah, I was like, all right,
That
cool.
literally is how it, like, almost verbatim.
I wish I could tell you guys that we thought it out and it was like some big thing, but
It
kind
was
of like,
not.
So
And
Dad, Kyle plays some Pink Floyd. I don't have my acoustic guitar.
but
Dad.
like, and it was actually, I always got to remember, I need to talk to my buddy Aaron that I used to work with at Best Buy. He was the one, I had heard it, but he had never really listened to it. It all started with the Weeknd's cover of Dirty Diana.
Yeah.
That's what started it all. And it was basically me showing him something because we didn't have a fan base. I hate that word. We didn't have subscribers. We didn't have anybody watching us yet.
Can I just say this is what I tell myself every day? Play some guitar. I love that. That's awesome.
But that's just, and it, dude, it threw us in the algorithm. I'm not trying to say we had 10,000 subscribers like tomorrow.
Yeah.
It was one of them, and I don't understand how it happened.
Well, and that's the thing is that I think that we got into the reaction community at the cusp of like the end portion of it being really incredible.
Yeah.
Like the idea of that, like when you look at people like Too Lit or Laid Back, or you look at people like No Life Shack and like all these people where it's like this is their full-time gig. Like this is what they have amassed.
Yeah.
So many people that even though they don't make money off of the videos normally because of copyrights, where it's like no, they have support, they have enough revenue,
Right.
Like because when you start messing with millions of views on videos alone, even when you're limited, that's still an incredible amount of money. Like in the grand
Sure.
scheme of things, so but in the same hand is that it's like we kind of like came in at the tail end of like not like from like when YouTube decided to change like it always
And
does,
COVID
and everything, and it just like it was kind of this moment of like, all right, man, we're in it, for the love of it, we're doing this and all that stuff. So it's like,
Yes, coffee
it's-
comes tomorrow.
How the fuck are you changing this stuff?
I don't know. But
don't
no.
listen.
but that's the thing is that we caught. I always say, like, dude, I know we are lucky.
Dude, Arius, what's up, man?
Wait, is he it?
Yep, Arius.
Hey,
Yep.
what's up?
Hell yeah, dude.
But like,
Hey,
I know we caught it at the end.
I did want to say this, Arius. I did see you sent me a message. We do need to connect. We got to do a podcast soon. So it's and he wanted to do either a questionnaire for the both of us, or whether or not I jumped on, or however we do it. But so I've not forgotten about you, man. So just bear with me. This is the first time that we've actually gone into a month where like things have been planned out, and I'm like, oh my god, we have our
Kinda,
template.
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
after holidays and everything else, where it's oh my
You
god,
had
finally in May.
dude, your whole trip, it for some fucked
It
up
fucked
reason,
us up, dude.
it fucked us
Yeah.
up this year.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even anything bad. Like nothing really bad happened.
No, it was all just scheduling. It was just not getting into like the groove of stuff and things. But the thing is too is that it's like I'm kind of in the mentality where it's like, dude, like it's being in that has been difficult for different reasons of like, man, like, not, being able to keep up on, this and this, but in the same hand, it's like, no, man, sometimes life just happens.
Right.
And it's like,
Right.
and the thing is too, is that like, when we didn't do the podcast last week, I knew we were going to do one the following week to make up, but there was still that part of me that thought, I'm like, oh my God, what if it doesn't pick back up again?
Yeah.
Like,
Sure.
it's just that I think that happens for a lot of different things, but,
What's up, AJ?
it's just nuts. Oh, AJ, what's up, man?
Yeah, no, and like I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm actually really bummed Dude, Slaughter to Prevail did not do good today.
I actually, when I got home, it's one of the things I told Crystal was I said, I'm not in a good place with YouTube right now.
Oh,
Like, that's-
man. I was
it's
really
just-
like, oh, this is going to be such a good one. Like,
It was, I think what made me angry about it was that number one, it's that we usually can rely on that to, give us interaction, not just like, oh, it's like, because like we usually, like, we don't even make money off Slaughter to Prevail. But it was just, it's the idea of like, damn, like, what happened? Like, what's the deal? Like, what's the issue? What are we doing wrong? And it's just like, it was one of those where it was like, I kind of hope we didn't talk about it before the live because I'm like, I'm just not in a good place with it. Like, it's like I need to process it.
Sure.
I need to get to tomorrow before I can think about it again. So
yeah.
And if you do not have an album out by next year, I swear to God, I'm going to lock you in a
GTA
building and
6
set it on
equals
fire.
no album. He says.
Oh, by the way, did you see what happened with Grand Theft Auto 6 today? They moved it to next year. They've been working on it for however long, and Rockstar was like, yeah, we need another year, sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
People are pissed.
Dude, this game is actually, in my opinion, it's almost kind of one of the things that people are kind of worried. They're like, is this actually going to happen?
No.
Like, it's like
No,
everybody's
it's
going to keep
not.
pushing it off, so.
Yeah.
No GTA, no albums. Yeah.
No shit.
So, yep, Dad, good. Grand Theft Auto 2026,
Yep.
So,
I've never played a Grand Theft Auto ever.
but, yeah. I think it's honestly, it's one of those that I'm more and more where it's like, it's becoming frustrating of like, reactions aren't doing well. We lost 1,500 watch hours on the detour. Like it's, like I, have wanted to do scary stories again with like the new mic, but like I just like, obviously like there's better things to do rather than that, like, and it's just one of those where it's like, I was telling her before we got here where it's like, dude, like, we are nowhere near this, but it's like when Mick Gordon made Doom Eternal for 2 straight years and wasn't paid for 11 months and was told he wasn't good enough like that entire time and still made the best shit ever. Where it's like, dude, like how the fuck do you keep going? Like, dude,
I don't know.
That's where I'm at right now, dude. Like,
He's
I'm exhausted with it.
He's not lying. Like, broettes, we have been bleeding thousands of dollars a month on the channel. It's slowly picking up, but like
it's
you
gotten
said,
better.
It's gotten better.
It has gotten better.
But it's just with blocking, with well, not always blocking, but just algorithms and all of these things. Like, things have not been the best.
Mm-hmm.
We still love what we do, but this is why we have stated, guys, is that the detour, the podcast, things like this, the lives on Twitch, stuff. This is what we're trying. Like, we and I are trying to focus on.
Yeah.
Because this thing right here is great. It's starting to become cumbersome here.
Yeah.
It's not that it's not fun. I'm enjoying the fact of the reactions we do on Twitch. We can do the live stuff. That's a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
That has put a pep back in the step for me a little bit. That little bit of a spark. But I don't know. It's like it's not enough, and I'm trying to tweak that a little bit for me.
Like my mentality has been this of like seeing the drastic drops in things that we know for a fact that our audience did in fact engage with, that we have receipts for.
Yeah.
And it's the fact that it's like, no, we can, rely on, this Blackpink song to get us through this week because we've got to experiment and see what the algorithm's going to do with other things. And now we can't even experiment.
Nope.
We are surviving. Like that is what it is every week.
Yeah, it basically is.
So it's honestly like I've had many times where it's like what I've wanted to say is just like where it's like, dude, like fine, we're just gonna react to new shit when it drops. We have better things to do with our time. That's where I've been at, because it's like doing like our Thursday recordings where it's like, God, like what if we did 2 detour videos, or different things. But again, we can't, like, we have a process. We can't just stop different things. So it's one of the things that has been very difficult is to try to think like, damn, like how do we keep our presence relevant, and how do we get people to know that we have uploaded? Because there have been people that have thought that we stopped uploading for 2 years, when in all reality what ended up happening was that people didn't engage with our videos, so our videos didn't get pushed, so people thought that we quit. We did videos every day for 2 years.
Yeah.
And people still didn't watch us. And it was like, that was kind of that moment where almost like how Leah said it, where he's like, dude, I'm working too hard, man. Like, I need to take care of my mental health. Like, I need to, do something different, all that stuff. So, like, it's just, every week is different. Like, I even told her where I'm like, no, like, right now, like, we have hills and valleys. Today is a valley for me, big time.
Yeah.
Like, that is where I'm at right now. I'm like, tomorrow I could feel a lot better. Who knows? But wait. Well, it's Jesper, actually, this might be a good question. So he says, so please help me to understand, is YouTube blocking reactions because of copyright stuff? No. So that's not what's at play here. What this is that, this is not trying to take over. But,
no, go right ahead.
So, for instance, somebody, Jesper, to kind of give you context and everybody else as well, too, is that somebody the other day was commenting on Sleep Theory, and they were like, bro, you got to do the whole album. And I'm like, we can't even do another one because of how bad this performed. To which his response was, he was like, oh, so 34,000 isn't enough. I see. And this is the thing, is that I get that frustration because you guys see videos that have 30, 60, 80,000, whatever, these different things. And that's awesome. And that does help the channel in certain aspects. The problem is that when we drop videos and you guys don't watch them the first day, YouTube will not help us out in pushing through an algorithm that already hates us. And it's not us, it's reactors. It already hates reactors. So the issue is not that we're being blocked by copyrights. That does happen. But the algorithm is not pushing anything. And this is where we're having the problem of like, well, what the fuck do we do?
And the thing is a lot of times when people see that, where it's like, well, 34,000 isn't enough. Mm-hmm. Look at how long it's been up. And if it says 3 weeks, 3 months, 6 months, that is great. Like he's saying, there is a window. It's not saying that it doesn't eventually do good. There are slow burners.
What technically helps out is, like, for instance, like we have had certain artists, which I can't really think of anything right now, but it's one of those that it's like, okay, the first day they bombed terribly. Then the next day, that's in that short amount of time, they hit 50,000 views, where it's like, holy shit, no, people are engaging. And then YouTube will go, all right, fine, I'll pay attention to you now.
Correct.
That's the thing, is that if there is gradual, like 20 views a day, that's not going to do anything for your channel. So it's just, it's one of those that it's like, when we try to like make good decisions, we end up making bad decisions because we're trying to figure out what the hell to do. So,
oh shit, Mike, okay.
What did she say? So
what's come might end up on the podcast.
Oh shit, okay.
And then
it's Unknown Music 1999. Thank you. So I just wanted to say thank you for you guys being you. Don't ever change. You guys deserve all the success in the world.
Well, thank you,
man. Appreciate that. Yeah, are we related? Yeah, so.
But
so,
no, like that. That's the thing. Like,
yes, the warning is coming back, guys. We are not stopping them. We need to get back into a recording thing. We're good. So that they're going to be here. 21 Pilots. I'm sure we'll do a Billy again soon.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier in the live, guys. Like we've had like it's been crazy the last couple of weeks, whatever. And then just things that we're both doing, but we're getting back on it.
Yeah,
we're getting back on it.
Well, because like even like for like the detour, where it's like I think what I was telling you the other day, where it was like, dude, like I tried to make like 4 driving vlogs this week to post on there, like to see like if I could like do something fun with it. Like I had one I was going to talk about doing the Dark Ages. And got about 2.5. I got 2.5 minutes into it, and I'm like, I don't even care about what I'm talking about. Why am I talking about this?
And that's why I was saying. That's what I was saying earlier. Where I was like,
I don't want to give you guys bullshit. So.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier, guys. Is we're finally gonna probably be able to be out of this like.
AJ, dude, I warned you about the warning.
Non-vlog, like only vlog funk. If you will.
I think that honestly, it's everything we do is a vlog. But the thing is, it's more so that it's like, I think that like having games for us to play, not games, but like having something we can interact with each other.
Like I said, the shut up and eat it, the toasted reviews,
getting a shut up and eat it planned this month or next month would be so fucking awesome.
I know we already have at least one place that will for sure let us, but it's just me getting into that, and then us also. Have a good one. Later, Mike. The fact of going to Pittsburgh, like I said, I need to get a hold of 2 people to go to at least 2 places for sure. But that way we don't have to drive and ask if we're there. We can be like, my thought process, guys, and not to overstuff ourselves, but if we got 2 places that I figure we can do in Pittsburgh, if we're there, we can ask about other places and be like, okay, if we come back next month, can we do this place and this place or whatever it is? But we want to kind of go around too. So not just PA, but still.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing too, is that it's like trying to. I'm out of here. It's the fact that it's like we want to go to the Lizzie Borden house. We want to go to the Mansfield Reformatory. We want to do these like ghost hunting episodes, or just watching us just freak out about things, or like have night vision cameras and different things. Like like we want to go to Chicago and go get a deep dish pizza. Where it's all right, cool. It's a mini vacay for our girls if it works out that way, or whatever. Like it's like we can do something fun and and show you guys. But it's just more so like where like my mindset has been, where it's like, okay, what can I make on my own and do? And like one of the things I want to do is actually give you guys a tour of the podcast studio. Show you how we do it. Be like, look, if you want to make your own podcast, here's a way that you can at least get started. But then also pull up old footage from the Kyrite 425. And
dude, I'm almost. I've gone back and looked at some of the old Riker Road stuff, like the Riker Road stuff.
Oh yeah.
I think that the few things that are only out there right now that may be available will be it, because no fucking way will that ever see the light of day.
No.
Ever.
No, and that's going to be
it was out there for a while.
It's a Patreon thing, so
it was out there for a while, and nope. How do you guys watch us after seeing that the first time around?
People that stuck around in the beginning, I applaud them. It's kind of like looking at how Skillet started with like Invincible and Alien Youth, where I'm like, how the fuck did they get famous? But now I love it because it's old. So
Tom McDonald, dude. It's not even the fact of like political or anything. It was weird. It started to just get. Wow, we don't have music.
There we go.
I think so.
Yeah, it felt kind of quiet. I didn't know what was going on. So yeah.
But it got really toxic, kind of on both ends, and then it was the fact of, not gonna lie, I wanted something other than political stuff. But the thing is that's where I still go with it, where it's like, it's a shame that he doesn't run out of things to say. But it's just that I was like, okay, let's try and do something else. I don't want to get typecasted as that type of channel either.
Because I think
that kind of was happening, not necessarily with just him.
Well, I think that it's also the like even looking at the Cave Cast, is that we have faced the music. Funnily enough, no pun intended, but it's like music podcasts just do better, than normal things, and it's because that's what is based here in Riker Road. But in the same hand is that we don't want to just do that. We want to branch out. We want to talk about like our childhood memories, or like I got a buddy of mine that has a list of the dumbest holidays that nobody knows about, and like it's things like that, or like having Mom on again, like like I know Crystal and I did an episode. Like there's a lot of things I want to share with you guys that isn't just the music side of things, and because it's like like Eric and I do many more things than many more things than just react to music. We have hobbies, we have things that we love, we have our favorite movies and favorite quotes and like all these different things, where it's like we can have a lot.
Your mom goes to college.
I will smack the shit out of this. But yeah, so I can't remember how we got there from that, but so. Cage the Elephant, unfortunately, that's just going to be a part of the pantheon of bands that we're just not willing to risk, because people that have asked for things like that so many times, 50 plus artist times, people just don't show up. I love Cage the Elephant. They're awesome. I think that would be a lot of fun that we can do on Twitch when we do our live reactions and stuff. But yeah, so it's unfortunate. So
no, I've made an executive decision to a point. It's not that I am necessarily disregarding comments, suggestions, whatever might have you. You can suggest things. I think I'm just going to go with, what am I feeling that day? But from here on out, when we know that we have about, we post things 3 days a week, sometimes 4. It really just depends. But that's like our max anymore, right? Because like we said earlier, like kind of like we're working too hard for this. That please don't take that as we're being egotistical dicks. It's just in the fact of algorithms, numbers, and how much we were pumping out here. Anyways, so clearly we're not money hungry, is what people think. But anyway, what I was gonna say is that I am just gonna do rap. I'm gonna pick rap every week. One song, something or other, something hip hop, some whatever. Fuck it. And I don't mean fuck you, but like fuck you. Like it's one of those. If that's what it's already gonna flop, I'm gonna.
You and I have very different emotional outlooks on this. So that's like,
What do you mean?
Well, it's the idea that it's like I don't want to blame. It's like, no, I'll fucking blame them. We put our work in. Show up. Like it's that type of thing. Like I'll be the bad guy. That's
well,
fine.
no.
You
It's
know,
like
but-
no. I get it. It's just where it's like nah. Fuck it. If this is already gonna be the thing, why not change a different lane here a little bit and do something that kind of in a sense we want to do then. If it's already going to be a non-good algorithm day, why not go ahead and have our own fun with it? No, dude, not Franklin University can do better. Why do you do this? I had you on repeat. It's actually still he can see I'm not fucking tripping here.
Well, here's the thing I want to look at.
Yeah.
So, to what was it? The library.
Make it make sense.
I don't know. Everything in
Told
life
you.
doesn't make sense,
Told you.
especially this.
Told you. See, it's not just me. I told you. Like I do
Well,
the
it also
things.
helps if we don't start at the end of the fucking playlist. Let's go to the beginning. There we go.
Right, but it was
Well, no, I'm not saying that was you. It's just that it kicked us back to this last one.
Oh yeah.
So
What
the Winchester. How's Sam and Dean?
You're making good couples.
William
Yeah.
Revels, you are on the wrong side, my dude.
Because we have big penises.
You can think whatever the hell you want. I love Casco. Dude, they're brothers. I think what's funny is that people that like, because I don't know what it is, but like the ass hats have been out lately, and I don't know what their deal
I
is.
love it. I'm trying to think of
But-
a troll shirt to make.
It's one of those where it's like, dude, like, it's like, you know that your existence is really sad, right? Like, you're a part of the pantheon of people that, remember Glenn that I watched on Spectre Sound Studios, the loud guy with the long hair?
Yes.
His wife actually had a stroke, I think, end of last year.
Oh, shit.
It was I'm probably going to get my timing wrong, but essentially he said what he was asking everybody was that he said, look, I can't make videos, obviously, during this time, so he said, I'm going to make a playlist. Can you guys just please watch these playlists while I'm gone and keep me relevant? That way YouTube doesn't punish me for being gone. He finally came back and he said, he's like, I'm very happy to say she passed the swallow test, that she is walking, that she is doing this and this. And he was like, thank you so much. But what he got to is that he's like, and for the text messages and emails and like different comments I got of like, you know, saying that I deserve this and all this, and then she deserved it. He's like, you need help.
What?
He's like, you need genuine help, and he's like, I want to know what it is in your life that is making you do this, because it's not me. And
Wow.
he handled it so fucking well. Like, he even said for Christmas, I think what it was is that she finally moved her leg. At one point, he's like, I just started like crying because I was so happy. You know, it's
Damn.
like her recovery has been ridiculous through it, and she's been doing now, from what it seems like, she's gaming again. So she's sitting at the computer and can use her hands and things.
Really? That's
So-
dude. That's huge.
But all that to be said, I know it's a lot of context, but the thing is that people that are like that want to make, you know, rude sexual comments and be, you know, obnoxious and be stupid and everything like that, where it's like, number one, I like to think of it this way, where it's like, dude, like, I spend my free time trying to make things better around me, you know, and I try to make things that I love that I think other people will love, you know, and different things. And it's like, you're wasting your time being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, like, I'm not a believer in karma, but I'm a firm believer of that. If you're a piece of shit to people, they're not going to like that. You know, and it's like, but the thing is, I can guarantee you only do it online.
Right.
And this is the same thing that I have even like with personal things I've had in my life, is that I network with about 600 people every year for very big responsibilities. I will put it that way. And there is a lot of things that end up happening where it's like they are jackasses with this, and this, you know, online, but then I see them in person and then there's none of it. And it's
Correct.
like exactly, like, dude, like, you have
Online, you want all the smoke. It's person, you're a pussy.
Right, and it's just that thing of like, you know what? It's like, you know what? Like, I don't, that stuff doesn't bother me. I don't give a fuck who it is. Like, it's just like, you do not know me, you do not know my life, you don't know what it's like. And for people that bitch about different reactions of like, it's like, oh, like, it's like this reaction sucked or whatever. It's like, yeah, thank you. That was the worst day of my life. That's when I found out my dog was going to be gone.
Right.
So thank you. I appreciate it.
We call them
it's that type
armchair
of thing,
gangsters.
You know? Yeah. So it's just
sitting in your chair with the armchair gangsters. You're all tough in your fucking seat in your cozy home or your trailer park.
Assholes like on the street. Like I remember, I'll never forget. One time I was walking to the gas station at Park Road, and there was a guy driving. And I must not have
Jasper.
He was like, "You look like that ass," and I was like, at that time, I was like my skinniest, and I was like, it's a good thing that I don't have bad like self-esteem right now. But what if I was someone who was like literally contemplating their life that day?
right.
And you said that to me.
Exactly.
You know, like people just don't fucking think.
That's, I think that it's the fact that people live in their own bubbles, you know, and it's like they don't take into consideration anything, and it's like, yeah, it's like it's fine for you to do that to anybody else, but the day that you're struggling, it's not allowed.
Right.
So it's, I see how it is, you know. So, but anyway,
It's just that whole thing when then I've talked about this before where there's a Reddit about the whole like Riker Road is rude or something like that, and it's more so talking about me, and somebody was like, watch it. If you say something shitty on it, Eric will fire him. I'm like, did you literally read what you just said? If you say something foul that I'm gonna, motherfucker.
What do you think is going to happen?
You came on, I mean, I get that I put things out on the internet, but like, you want to come on my page and talk shit, but you're mad that I'm talking the shit back to you. Fucking take it like a man, pussy.
You know what? Slice Girls actually has a really good point. It's like, what if we did a video reacting to rude comments?
I've thought about that.
What we should kitchen talk about that. soon.
I've thought about that, but yeah,
man.
I don't use Discord often. No.
So Sam Sims, I've been seeing you saying this a couple of times. I think this is a fair question for him to keep asking. So he says, Kyle and Eric, do you have any advice on getting videos getting blocked that has no copyright in them? So the first thing, so here's the thing, is I know exactly what you're talking about, and what happened to me when I was making my shitty short film, I'll say it that way, was that I got all of my music from Pro Scores from Video Copilot. It is 110% royalty free. And when I made my ending credits with layering a bunch of them, YouTube tried to tell me that it was copyrighted and they were going to remove my video or they were going to do whatever the fuck they were going to do. It was also like 15 years ago. But in the same hand was that I shot back and said, absolutely not. This is from Video Copilot. Here's the, like the website for this, and this is like, you can cross-reference the songs. These are the songs that were used. And that was literally the next day the video was fine. They're like, sorry about that. That was our mistake. So if you contact them through that, if they're claiming it, that it's like if you have that kind of physical proof to be like, no, this is 110% mine, I can send project files, or like different things, they will back off. Now the issue that we have
is we're reacting.
So
because there's things, like I say, you can click on to say like this is mine or like whatever, or like reuse or whatever. But and that's what I said, like. I'm reading that whole, I don't like being labeled a troll when people like that come in. Exactly.
Right.
And that's the thing is that, while I understand this is going to sound so weird, you're like one of the first ever to do it the, I guess, correct way. Yeah, you're quote spamming with different accounts talking back and forth. You're not being rude.
You're not,
you're being funny, and you're not saying, hey Eric, hey Kyle, this song, this what, like there's a huge difference in a funny, friendly troll, if you will, because I don't know what else to call that. But I get what you mean, where like I don't like being labeled a troll when people like that come in, because your situation is a very different, it's a fine line.
Yeah.
It's a very fine line.
I'm just gonna stand back here for a second.
Yeah, no, I know. These these chairs take a second to get used to.
There we go.
But no, but I understand.
Yeah, so that's the thing, Winchester, is that we I can guarantee this, except for maybe one or two, and mind you, we've done all of Sleep Token stuff. We're not monetized on any of their videos.
Put it to you this way, guys. If it's got even a halfway decent or a massive view count on it, I can almost guarantee you almost all of those we don't get paid on.
Yeah. especially like K-pop, and the funny thing too is that people that are like, it's like Ronnie doesn't copyright, his videos or whatever. Stop putting shit over it or whatever. And
Cool.
it's like I'm sorry, but Watch the World Burn is literally the highest viewed video or reaction we've ever done. It's ineligible. We're not monetized. They copyright claimed us. Like,
Don't give
no
a fuck if he
exceptions.
likes us and we're the biggest one he likes and blah, blah, blah. We got invited to a party and all this stuff. It doesn't matter because you know what happens when you get whitelisted?
Yeah,
Ask,
they don't push it.
ask Lee. Same video, a day early, we had 150,000 views. 150,000 in like 6 hours. He had 10 in a week. 10,000 in a week. Because he was whitelisted
Yep.
to make money.
Yeah, that was actually, we talked about on the podcast when he saw that. He
almost quit.
He was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Not
I'm
because
trying
of
so hard."
us, but because of us. Like, he was like, are you fucking, like, and that's why when people are like, they'd even ask, like, do you want us to whitelist? No. No thanks.
No, it's like, well,
No thanks.
We'll keep the interaction. That's
We'll
fine.
keep the interaction because it's what builds
Ron!
the channel. What's up, dude? But that's what keeps the channel going. Again, we cannot stress this enough. It's not the money, guys.
Yeah.
It's not the money.
Atria, take it out. Oh my god, take it out. Take it easy.
Have a good
Get out there,
one.
do your thing. So.
Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, like that.
So,
That's.
I'm your anger translator. That's what Sarah is. It's like, hold on to your lily white butts.
But like that's the thing is that we're just like, nah, man. We don't want anything. What even sucked is I feel like we even got less at that time is we got whitelisted for he took off. Echo himself had to put in work to get us a video to let us record it the night before to whitelist us with Tech 9. Tech 9.
So, hold on, Samson's very good question. Is whitelisted bad? Is whitelisted bad then? No.
No.
Whitelisted is good for the fact that your video 100% every click makes you money.
Every
but
click.
YouTube will not push it.
And that's what I'm saying.
If it does, but the thing
Our
is,
video bombed with that video. Bombed.
So this is when people are like, oh my god, I with 300,000 subscribers, you guys must be millionaires, and like we have Porsches, and it's like, number one, I fucking hate cars, so I wouldn't do that. Secondly, is that no, like I work a full-time job. YouTube is my little extra pay that happens every month because we split it. So like. That's the thing is that we are normal, everyday dudes that are not famous because it's like that thing of like, no, like we have to explain to people that we meet what a YouTube channel or what a reaction channel even is.
Yeah.
So it's like, we're normal dudes, guys.
Guys,
we
again,
are not in any way like, the level you think we are.
Even with now, it's, I don't want to say it's close, but if we saved every penny, didn't tax anything between this, which is the biggest thing, some merch, some Patreon, some stuff, we still don't make $100,000 a year.
No, and I think that what we said that we wanted was that it was like you were talking about like having the ability to go full time and eventually someday like me for me as well.
Correct. That's my goal is to get him full time.
Well, and the thing is too is that it's like guys, like for anyone that's like new here or just joining, where it's like Riker Road isn't the only thing we do on YouTube. It is a part of what we do.
Correct.
We have a podcast that we do every week, which is the Cavecast. We have dance. Okay, so, we have the detour where we post like vlogs and different videos and games and whatever you want to see on there. I've also got my Scary Story channel that I posted content on. Like we have branched out the best way that we can to be able to make YouTube work for us in a way that we can do it full time. Because the more that we're full time, the day that both of us are full time, we will get so much shit done.
So much shit done, guys.
So it's that thing of like, all right, man, we'll do it.
And I really don't get it. Folks who post one vid and get millions of views, and it's not even theirs. Exactly.
See, this honestly, that one of the things I always joked about was the fact that when me and my friends were making the short film that we were doing, was that it was kind of like it was like, man, like some guy, we make this video or this web series and stuff. We work our asses off on it. We get maybe 1,000 views collectively. Some dude plays with his cat on a fucking phone with a little toy. And he has 1 million views, and he lives off the residuals for the rest of his life.
So,
it keeps stacking up.
There's the guy, and I enjoy, and I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad because first of all, the dude served our country, and he actually just retired.
Hold on, Nick A. It's called The Campfire. Make sure you go into the description. You'll find it there. You can also find it on the channel on Riker Road. If you scroll down, it'll show you Kyle's scary stories. So.
Right, Ron, but and that's why we also open up things that aren't just music for stuff like the Detour. But what I was getting at, there's this guy, have you guys seen on TikTok, he'll stitch stuff and then it's usually the whole like, no or whatever, and he'll go, listen, did you know? And he'll give the fact.
Mm-hmm.
He was on a podcast and he's like us in a sense. He's like, I'm very open because I'm assuming you can still find it, but like I'm very open with like what you make. Number one, remember this, guys. He served our country and didn't retire up until like 6 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very viral. And they said, what's a typical month for you? I heard it was this amount, $40,000 a month. He was like, yeah, he's like, it varies. I was like, a month?
Because he is doing all original content, or he is commentating on it, and TikTok allows that.
Well, it's all, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. And I was like, $40,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
That's 12 times. That's on a low end. That's a normal, just average.
Mm-hmm.
And he still didn't try to retire early. Didn't do. That's why I was like, you know what? I'll allow that.
Dude, Winchester, he says, don't even come here for the specific songs. I come here for the boys. I could hate the band, but hearing the other people's thoughts make it so much more intriguing. Sleep Token has a lot of space for interpretation. Dude,
that's Rager's buddy.
Oh, really? Thank
Yeah.
you for being here, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, but dude, seriously, that is probably one of the biggest compliments that we can get, because guys, like, we get it too. Like, we are normal YouTubers in the fact that it's like we use YouTube. We don't watch every single thing that everything that we're subscribed to like drops. It's like, no, like we pick and choose.
Oh, I'm sorry, Evan's buddy. Jesus.
Evan's buddy. Okay.
Yeah, Jesus.
But no, it's just the fact that it's like, no, people that are that dedicated to a channel and everything. That is a rarity that we do not you take for granted whatsoever. So just thank you for just being here, man. That's just awesome. So
we don't call each other by our real names. He called me Sean for like a week.
Oh,
Well,
really?
It was like a day, but like.
That's funny.
But no, and that's the thing, guys, is that again, if we always tell people that if you are doing, especially reactions, if that's what you're trying to do, something that's copyrighted, movies, anything like that, for money, don't.
Yeah, no.
Do not. If you're doing social media and doing content and doing things, you got to be consistent.
Yeah.
And you have to be interesting, but you will make money. Excuse me, you will make money. But if that's your purpose, people will see right through that.
So Charlie, he asked, Charlie asked, what do y'all do for work? I always wondered. So Eric is full-time YouTube.
Yeah.
And I work a marketing job. I actually do everything that is motion picture at my job. That's what I do. So we're in the
Pretty
marketing
much
department.
what we do for YouTube, he does it for a multi-million-dollar company in a sense.
Essentially, yeah.
But kind of like, marketing, directing, editing, all that shit. Like,
even like we planned out today, like we got a whole new wireless mic system, which was a nightmare to get it to where we needed it to be.
Yeah.
But like I've got a boss that just loves tech as much as I do and is just as big of a nerd. To give you guys an idea, and I mean this just as a fun thing. This is so cool. Was that I got a phone call from him a while back, and he said he was like, "Hey, come to my office real quick," and I went, "Okay, cool." And he said, "Shut the door," and I did, and he went, "The new trailer for Avengers: Infinity War."
Oh,
You gotta
yeah,
watch it."
yeah.
You know, so it's like, but again, like that doesn't happen all the time.
Dude's a burnout, but I bought him out your mom.
Pinoid, you have a stupid name.
And no profile picture. Pussy.
So, but the thing is that it's like that's the environment that I get to work in. Is that I have a boss that not only loves tech and nerd things as much as I do, but is also just as real with his faith and is as real as a person can be. Like,
Sure.
I won't open up too much, but it's the idea that I have gone into his office sobbing before because something happened in my life,
Sure.
and he consoled me. You know, as a friend.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
which
At
did
that
not-
time, he was not.
Yes.
He was not the big man.
So
Yeah.
AJ, I beg your pardon. Pardon. I and Vicky are interesting.
Yes, you are.
But it's just it's things like that where it's like I've always said like where it's like, nah, man, a crowbar and a stick of dynamite probably wouldn't remove me from Cornwell, but the thing is that it's like, nah, man, like eventually that is the goal, you know, and that's one of the things that I talked with my boss about the day that I started working there was that he said, look, he's like, I know that you did not get into filmmaking to film tools. He's like, but you're good at it.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, my goal is to, in the future, like, you know, 10 years from now, 5 years, 20, whatever it is that the day you want to chase your dream, that you're ready to do it.
Yep.
You know, and that's kind of like how the job has been, but they treat me so well. I get to travel and see cool things. I've gotten to meet some pretty incredible people.
You really have,
you know,
man.
and it's
like you really have.
It's kind of like it's like getting to talk to like, you know, people that are like in NHRA and stuff, which I'm not into at all. But it's
You
kind
can
of
appreciate the scenarios you're
right.
in.
Like it's the fact that it's Ron just said, I just realized you're not a ghost.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we didn't change the background. So but no, it's the fact that it's like, oh my god, like it's like there's so much that just makes it work well, you know, where it's like, my god, like it's like the people that we work with, like almost like second to none, have just done nothing but be amazing, you know, and like, that's the thing that you just like can't, you know, it's like you can't replicate that, you know, so
Usually during the
everybody wants to know what how bad his tattoos always hurt, so
She usually, especially like
yes, AJ, they got me to leave the house. I am out and about.
oh, Ron, it was just me.
Well, what were you throwing gang signs? That's funny.
The air down.
What up, my people? All right, Charlie, take it easy, man. Hey, if I want to get on the roof, I'm going to get on the roof. It's going to be awesome. Where's the gangster? He's currently in the kitchen. He'll be in here in a second, so.
I'm over here grip walking.
Thanks. Ew.
That's a nice can of Pepsi you have there. What is that? Gross.
They said, where's the gangster? That's what I was like, all right.
So Vessel of Sleep, we haven't done a ranking of Sleep Token, but we have done all of their albums so far on podcast episodes. So make sure to check that out. You can stream it on Spotify and much more, and then also watch it on YouTube wherever it's convenient for you. So
Wendy, thank you. Cheers, motherfucker.
Let's see. It's water from a canal. Let's see. Yo, when reacting to songs, does the anticipation for that specific song make your day better before it happens? Sleep Token.
Sometimes.
Well, it makes our day better in the excitement, but it doesn't make it better that we can't fucking listen to it until that night. So
Correct. Correct.
So yeah, but
100%.
yeah. So it's like having to be gone on my trip, and again, like it's like, you know, things happen how they happen, you know. But the thing is that it's like, I wasn't going to be home until the 6th of that month, and Sleep Token's newest song dropped on the 4th, and it was like, are you fucking kidding me? You know,
You
it's
son of a
like,
bitch.
So it was like, I mean, at that point, we talked about it on the podcast, but it's like, by that point in the trip, like, it was kind of like nearing the end. I was ready to go home. I was so impatient. You know, my TikTok poop time wasn't fucking, you know, wasn't, you know, relaxed, because I'd be so scared about what I'm going to run into.
Yeah,
All I want to
dude.
see is just season 2 spoilers for The Last of Us, and I'm running into Sleep Token.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go. So, but yeah, so
Oh, shit.
I've heard of Epic the musical, but I don't know anything about it. So
I mean, I'll just. Are you gonna
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, dude, Ron, seriously, dive into it and just enjoy it, man.
He smokes up there all the time.
I'm gonna say the second that you can jump into even an Arcadia, try to get your hands on some lyrics. That way you can take it in properly, dude. This is going to be one that you don't need to know the lore. That's what we're gathering. Just take it in as a man that's writing some great music that's very vulnerable. So, Lori, oh, hello, sweetheart.
Oh, wait. Sandwiches for supper. I ain't gonna get a damn thing until Sunday. Hell
Lori,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever seen that video of that? It's, I don't know. She maybe was like in her late 20s, where she's eating a pizza and her daughter is sitting across from her, and she's like, I got Pizza Hut for my kid tonight because I'm a bad mom. You know, like I didn't cook dinner. She's like, no, you're a great mom.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, no,
We love pizza night.
You fed your kid.
Yeah.
You know, so
They each had 6 pieces. You had 1 because that's all you could do.
that's right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that. Did I not bring them?
You fuck no.
What are you looking for?
Ah,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Bitch.
See, Ron, that floors me just because, like, that's like, I mean, musically, yes, Sleep Token is, you know, is just unmatched, but lyrically, I would argue that I think that they're better. So,
Wait,
like,
what
he
happened?
was saying he would take in the lyrics and after the fact, he hears the song and then takes in the lyrics. So,
Oh.
yeah, which again, there's nothing wrong with it. It just,
No.
it just shocks me where it's like, no, I mean,
I'm
a
both.
lyric junkie. You know,
I'm
so-
both. Like it's weird. I've actually missed good songs lyrically and then cadences and things that I enjoyed because a beat didn't immediately grab me. Like I'm not gonna lie, the summoning I would have probably immediately turned off.
Well, even like
I'm not gonna lie, guys. Before I knew what I was getting, that's what I'm saying. The show forces me to, in a sense, listen to a song.
Well, and the thing is too is that even like when I was laying in the hotel room and I was talking to Crystal, I was like, yeah, apparently people were saying Caramel was like really emotional because at that time I didn't know, and she went, "What?" I didn't get that vibe. She's like, it was a really good song. Then she pulled up the lyrics and went, "Oh fuck me."
Yeah.
It was like that type of thing where it's like when you realize what he's doing with
What
those
he's
sounds.
yeah.
You know, because I think Caramel stands on its own perfectly, but it's the idea of like, oh fuck, you know.
Yeah.
So. See, Fit for a King is good, but it's just again reacting wise, we just can't, you know. So, but I've enjoyed everything I've heard from Fit for a King. So,
See, the thing is that I think my thing is with lyrics, and I don't mean that rock and all this stuff doesn't, but I'm so rap and hip hop based that you got to bring your A game with lyrics and or a story for rap. That's your thing.
Yeah.
Because to me, in my mind, if I'm the rapper, right, I'm bringing it's Kyle's job to bring the beat. So when I want the rapper, like there's 2 different aspects here.
oh shit, hold on.
So that's my thing is lyricism is a big deal for me, and then that because you got to be good at lyrics. You can get a better producer. I'm not saying shit. I'm just saying like you can replace that thing.
Right.
You can't learn to write better lyrics in a sense.
Hold on. So it's the overplayed says pass it to the left to your right hand, man. Artist. I have to drive.
Yeah.
So I will be smoking when I get home. So
And then
I will speak. Yeah. So got some cotton out from my previous smoking. So. Let's see here. Red Wave for 5 says so. With the 2 taglines, my God. So with the 2 taglines of the house must endure and the cycle must end, any theories on how Sleep Token might steer this album? So that's a very good question. Thank you for the donation. If you've checked out our podcast or if you've paid attention to the lyrics, whichever one you've done, there is a cycle on every album, and it is infuriating by the time you get to Eden, where it's like, dude, she's not worth it. Stop. Like, get away. Like, that type of thing. And it's the fact that it's like, okay, so now we have this new album that's like, we have this phrase of the cycle must end. And it's like, okay, well, what does Sleep Token look like when there's no more narcissism? And it seems like he's doing a lot of reflecting and being like, I don't like myself. I hate where I'm at. I hate what's happening to me and like, you know, this, and this. But wouldn't it be interesting if we got a very jovial song?
Yeah.
Something that's like, you know, very
right.
uplifting. So who knows? So
I'm waiting for him to one day I'm not kidding and I laugh because it's funny, but I'm serious. I'm waiting for one day him to just spit bars. I'm not kidding. Like just come out like NF or Eminem, just fucking swinging big dick. Yeah, just swinging dick, dude.
it's always my favorite thing with the rap god where it's
yeah. The Jim Carrey,
yeah, Rage, yeah. Ron Sirius chilling with us.
Rage, what are you doing tonight, pussy?
Oh, so this, I think I either need some tea or need something when I get home. My voice is starting to.
I've got stuff too. I have throat stuff if you want to take one.
Take one.
Like a tea bag.
Okay.
Like I have throat coat stuff.
Because at the very least, I'll probably have it tomorrow for like lunch.
Yeah.
I'll have it like throughout the midday. So it's actually pretty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, baby, do we have any throat stuff at home? We have blackberry brandy, but I don't know. Yeah.
I
So.
mean that can't help.
That'll burn it.
Oh, Rage, I thought you were okay. I didn't
Being
realize-
a dad, pussy.
Yeah, I thought you were free this weekend.
It's okay.
I won't tell you.
Ron, that's aggressive. Mods, don't get rid of the one mod. He's fine.
Yeah.
Just like, I'm not like calling up the ground for short checks.
Wait, what? Oh, short sex.
Whatever happened.
I can't say his full name, but it rhymes with Pulverine.
Angela Bernard will never be her name.
Oh shit.
We got about half hour, guys.
Yep. Let's say about that point is where my stamina is going to be all done for the night. So.
Oh yeah.
we're in a good coast to it.
Yeah, half hour.
Cookie decorating at 2 hours too.
What's that?
I always kept my cookie decorating at 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
I can't do more than that.
Yeah, no,
Lives,
it fries
yeah.
your brain.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, I got it.
I actually at one point a little funny anecdote for everybody and but mainly you I was editing my short film at that point. Up a lot tonight. And I edited for like no joke 10 hours to get stuff done. Oh yeah, dude, on that old purple laptop I had that was a piece of shit. And I was so delirious that when I got back to Facebook, I found a picture of the Realizing Stoner where he's doing this.
Yeah. Going back and forth.
All the memes said was, and I quote, "They call bullets slugs because they're out of their shells." I laughed for 30 minutes. Mom came downstairs at one point and she's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, it would take too long to explain.
That's like when the dude caught me after a long night of working at DNR when I was a rim polisher, third shift. I was completely covered in black and tin.
It's like they know.
And this dude caught me with
Alright,
the
Tanner's out of here. See you, Tanner.
have a go with the funniest sacrilegious joke I've ever heard, and it said, "What's the difference between Jesus and a picture of Jesus?"
No.
And then I waited for the pun, and he said it only takes one nail to hang a picture of Jesus.
Stop
I
it.
stomach laughed for 20 minutes, dude. That shit, and I was like,
It catches you off guard so
Dude.
much, yeah.
dude.
And then when you go to hell, you'll be like, but why?
And one day I was gonna get a third shift getting Burger King breakfast.
Trust me, that's not the reason he's going. What was it like what John Caparulo said about the old guy on the plane, the terrorist? He's like, is everybody a security risk? The 95-year-old guy on the plane is not going to hijack it. Trust me.
Yeah.
We will take care of it.
Yeah, we can jump in.
Yeah, apparently can't take a can of Coke either because apparently $2 ones explode, but 15 ones don't. And buy a Coke for $15.
Thank you. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Take it easy, Ron.
Yeah, have a
Enjoy.
good one.
Ron, we will get a studio day here pretty soon, man. We got to do some stuff. So, actually, cause it's Ron, but also TJ got a hold of me and he was like, "Hey, man, it's my birthday soon." He's like, "I'd love to see you. Let's do a
shit.
Sunday hang." So yeah, I don't know what we'll do. We talked about doing because he's the one that has the podcast episode idea for the dumbest holidays.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we might do that, or we might make music. Who knows? But
I
so.
didn't know you already-
Shadow. I hope that Clancy just finds peace. I think that's kind of where I'm at with it. Bro, Mr. Ballin and I don't know. I'm not sure if I know who Bailey is, but Mr. Ballin, that's someone I've watched for a while, and I've actually Chris has been digging it a lot too.
Yeah, he's good. He's pretty good.
There's actually been sometimes like when I work in the office and stuff, and if I pause my music, she's watching like one of his 45-minute videos.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude, it's his stuff is so good.
Exactly.
Just
That's
good.
exciting.
I'm actually curious. Is anybody now not Corpse the music artist, but how many people actually listen to Corpse Husband, the guy that did the scary stories? I'm curious if anybody else has dove into him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, Lola.
I just found another channel that's almost like a podcast. Her name is Swoop, and she like deep dives into like true crime stuff or like reality TV dramas and stuff like that. Eric loves it.
Crimes.
Yeah, I sure love it a lot. With her K-pop drama and stuff. She's like, "Do you want to watch?" I'm like, "No, I'm good. I'll watch real stuff."
I prefer to watch Houston Jones get hurt every week. He's a dude that has literally done things from like from branding to like using a magnifying glass to brand his initials to see if the sun how much pain he can take. So
I was gonna say, have you seen where people get branded with
The nitrous,
dry ice?
yeah.
oh yeah, that's fucked.
Sorry.
As an RN, watching him do shit.
Makes you cringe.
Dude, bro, this shit's wild. Oh shit! Officially a month without a cigarette. No shit.
He said in one episode where they were like, "Yeah, we have to amp it up a little bit." And he's like, "What are you gonna do? Throw me off a 20-foot fucking building?" He's like, "Well, how could we possibly?
How can we amp this up?" Yeah.
Like the guy took a face full of bear spray, straight up his nostrils and his
Why?
because he
For views.
said he's a bodybuilder and can handle it.
What a freaking idiot.
He said it's like paint thinner.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I want to do that.
Wait, what is it?
What?
Business stuff.
What?
Wait,
I
what?
was watching this one guy who gets pinched and bit by
Yeah, that's Wolf.
Coyote.
Yeah, Wolf. Coyote. Yeah.
Like how? Whatever.
Oh, hold on. So James Phillips, how you guys decide to do the Arcadia album? Start with the first track or wait for suggestions first? Thanks for the Eden breakdown, by the way. James, thank you for watching the podcast. I appreciate that. So what we're gonna do is that we'll do it much like how we're doing 21 Pilots. Is that we've done the 3 songs obviously as they've dropped. So we'll start with track 1 and then just go down and skip over the ones that we've done before. So. And then eventually it'll be put into a nice little playlist, and then you guys can watch it whenever you want to.
Absolutely.
So. He is dying from peacock's disease. It is when he sprouts feathers out of his ass. It is very beautiful, but also very sad. Oh, man.
You were so good about that. I tried to press I go, "Do you like reliving movies every day, living with the couch?" She goes,
Yeah. What's I think about what we both say to each other, where I'm like, "Thank you for putting up with me."
Yeah.
You're like, "Thank you for putting up with me." It's like,
You're so nice to me.
I've said that to her so much. I'm like, no one's ever been this nice to me. It's so incredible. So.
Yeah, on the podcast doing well. Absolutely. Yeah.
No, Lola, seriously, that is honestly one of the things that has been, I've been predominantly discouraged lately with YouTube, but that has been honestly the saving grace of I'll open up to you guys. For instance, we used to, and don't take this as a money thing, but it's the fact of I can see that there's interaction and people are clicking. Is that the biggest wake up call for me was that we went from making $6 a month to now we're almost to $200 a month on the Cavecast, and it was holy shit, people are here. Even if it never goes above that, it's the fact that there's traffic, people are interacting. That's what we look for. Is holy shit, we're healthy, it's building.
Yes.
It's just great. So.
Unfortunately, to say in the least, is that the money revenue jump, which means your RPM has jumped, which means your views have jumped, which means your algorithm. It's do you see what we're getting at here, guys? Is that it is a big deal because everything is clickable. So now we're seeing the fact of real time, real clicks on something growing.
Well, it's Lola just said, I'm so happy about that. I remember when you drifted from the podcast because Riker Road was doing so much better, and now the podcast is getting more attention. It's exciting, right? It's we grinded where we needed to grind. So yeah,
Yep.
It's wild, because especially if you guys go into the description of any Riker video, you can find the Kyle Wright 425 playlist.
Yeah.
I put the Kyle Wright 425 podcast, which is so dumb to say, but it's that was our very first thing we ever did, ever, on YouTube.
It was,
and we were uploading to what was it? Anchor. It was the
That's what it
hosting
was.
service that did podcasts that they would distribute it for you. And eventually, it just kind of, as things progressed, and a lot of changes happened in my life, which ultimately led to us doing Riker Road and different things. But the thing is that we learned and we pushed through. But there was a long time that we didn't do the podcast, and it was for a lot of different reasons. But now, like, there is a dedicated room like in our house now that's like it is specifically for that reason. So it's been wild how it's all come to be. So
yeah, and that's where this didn't just happen overnight, guys. We've said before that the investing in yourself and doing things and putting in the stuff and growing and it being the podcast first is how, because people ask how Riker Road started. It technically was because Kyle got the stuff and blah 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 and all, like,
real quick,
it's just that's how it started.
Let's see, Jake Scott just said, you guys are by far my favorite reactors on YouTube. I've been watching you for at least a couple of years now. Jake, thank you.
Oh, yeah,
thank you for being here, man. Hope you're having a good Friday.
No matter what your craft is, you have to invest in yourself.
Yeah,
You do.
yeah.
And the thing is that over time you learn. You find. And my biggest thing now is that it almost seems like it wasn't like people were trying to keep it a secret, but nobody would like tell you what they used. If people ever want to know, Kyle has done a really cool job at a lot of the stuff we use. He links.
Yeah, right.
In the stuff, like in our description, like it'll tell you what we use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I've
heard the affiliate links don't work anymore, but at least you can
it don't matter.
You can at least see the titles of things
Correct.
that we use. Yeah,
It doesn't matter. It's the fact of if you want to know how we did stuff, you can at least do.
Oh,
and
Joshua's out here. So
have a good one. But like, that's the thing is that we've invested money. We've invested big money, small money, medium money. Like you don't have to just be like, I need $30,000 to start. No, you don't. You can have your actual phone and just be that. Are you going to have the best audio? No. You guys are hearing.
You have to suck. You have to suck.
You have to suck. But even right now, I'm using my $1,500 phone. The audio is good, not great, compared to us sitting in front of my studio with two Shure microphones and a Rodecaster in a fucking a padded room.
Yeah,
that sounded weird, but it's way different. This is guerrilla style. You can get away with it, but use that time to invest in yourself, and then you don't need to buy $500 microphones. Buy a $100 microphone. Figure out where it needs to be. All of the things, you'll do it. I started with a Blue Yeti.
That was
blue
honestly,
fucking Yeti.
I will say this: that Blue Yeti was no slouch because it was
fire.
Because the fact that when I had Luke over and we did the St. Judas tape, which was all like doing grunts and throws and different things, like it's one of those things where it's like, holy shit, like we were able to capture like good voice acting on this. Like it was not even just that, but also just capture our voices. Like I specifically remember the first time that we ever plugged in two USB microphones at the same time and had mics in front of us instead of sharing one, and how much better it felt. And they weren't even Shure microphones.
Yeah.
And it was that moment of like we were like, okay, you know what? No, steer into this. Like it's, if we ever do this, like if we ever have big microphones one day, it's like we need two of them. We've decided that. Like
I'm actually gonna show Kyle something before he leaves, because it won't take long to set up, because I'm gonna set things up anyways. But as of right now, I will say, and I've been watching other podcasts lately with them on. Buy the Rode podcast mic for $99. Buy the Rode. Buy a pop filter.
I might sometime soon. I gotta work it out.
The only thing is that maybe it was because it was up a little bit in a more soundproof room. But I've been watching. Funny enough, DJ Qualls, the new guy. He's been doing this podcast. Now it's not right in front of him like we do with our Shures, but it's the same mic that I just got, and it's down here. You can see, but they must just have their levels up.
Yeah.
So you don't need a pop filter, but I will say if you get one and you're trying to do like where you're in a room that you might not have complete silence like that, get a pop filter. So another $20.
Well, the pop filter is not for silence; it's for your
No,
mouth sounds.
I know, sure. But in the fact of needing the microphone close to your face to talk. Yes. I'm saying invest in $20 more in a pop filter.
So, all right, so
15 minutes, guys.
So let's do this, guys. Is that with our last 15 minutes? Why don't we just do rapid fire questions?
Absolutely.
Just we won't get to everything, but just give us as many questions as you possibly can.
What?
So
I could run the live.
Why? What do you mean?
Because Kyle goes, okay, now that there's 15 minutes, I'm
Yeah,
like,
oh, yeah. I said we got a formula. We start with an intro, we end with an outro. I say fuck every now and then, you know.
Camilla had her baby.
Yes, she did.
She did?
She did. Well, yeah, she was being induced.
Oh my God.
Wait,
Yeah.
yesterday or today?
Today.
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen.
Bless your
Being
Let's
in
see.
takes forever.
Jay Scott, a favorite Sleep Token song is Fall For Me because it's perfect.
It's, dude, there's too many, man. Like, that's an unfair question. I honestly can't really answer that.
It has some of the best imagery of that. In a city of ice, there are burning cathedrals. Like it's like turning the skies into glass. Like what the fuck? Like it's all a cappella, dude. So I love it. So anyway, but
Yeah, what day of the week is it? Yeah.
yeah, right.
You know, it's like I'm working. I'm like, well, now I feel bad because somebody's going through like freaking, you know.
So Michael Moyle, actually, the music that is in the, actually, I don't know how loud it is, but it's there. It's there. I can't hear. I didn't even. It doesn't even sound like it's on.
Yeah, I try not to blow their ears out because the speakers are like right there.
Well, if you guys can hear the music that's playing, that's music I've made. I've got what I've said is too many guitars. I think I have 13 guitars now, and I want a 14th one. So I've got everything from.
But we're sellouts.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
For the fame.
yeah. So I've got easy mix, easy keys, easy bass, and everything. So like to be able to program in MIDI and make music and do stuff. And I love messing with synths. So yeah. So Fruity Loops, and I'm hoping to learn Reaper here soon. But.
He was like, "Hey, just
Oh my gosh, he's saving for right now. ESP LTD 1000 at the moment. Nice.
Oh, yeah.
I've got two LTDs. I love them, dude. One of them's an 8-string. They're
Way
awesome.
to brag, bro.
So, no, actually, I have 3 actually. I've my black one, my Eclipse, and
This
then
guy.
my 8-string. So
Not helping out the fact that we didn't sell out.
yeah, well, the fact that Sweetwater has great financing for $9 a month. What the fuck? You know.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Alonso, so what officially made you decide to make other channels, including the Cavecast and the Detour? Well, the Cavecast was we always had a podcast, so that was kind of like the thing of like one day we knew it would come back. But the Detour was out of frustration of trying to separate what we did on Riker as extra videos, but doing them on
Yeah. We
So-
didn't want to like throw a bunch of stuff at you on a music reaction channel. So
Yeah.
I was like, well, let's do something else.
The
where we can
analytics
do-
were telling us we needed to stop.
Yeah,
So,
and like
yeah.
do something we can do whatever we want on that channel.
No tattoos. I've got ideas for stuff that I want to do.
I'd like to get my first one as
Like
well.
I want to. Yeah, you were born this way. I want to get the Fibonacci sequence right here. I've also thought about getting the Mark of the Doomslayer somewhere.
Ooh.
Just because it's just, I want to make sure it's not like a demonic room
Correct.
first.
I get you.
But as long as it's good, but yeah, so. No, Jake, actually, when it comes to Sweetwater, Ashton Boyd is actually my Sweetwater rep, and he has been such a fucking help, especially when my LTD Eclipse showed up. One of my tuning pegs was broken off, and he took care of me lickety split. So I cannot say enough good things about Sweetwater. So anyway,
they are pretty good. 10 minutes, guys.
10 smackaroos. Oh, Winchester, how do you not burn out from making content, mainly for Kyle having a job outside of content and inside, but also Kyle, how does it differ from being a full-time creator?
That's why he's not. That's why he doesn't stream with me.
No,
that's a
I've-
big reason.
There's honestly that there are days where it's like I mean Crystal can attest to this, that it's like there are days that like there are weeks that I will do nothing but work when I come home. But then there will be some times where like there are some weeks where it's like I'm exhausted, I'm this and this. Like today was not a good mental health day, so it's one of those that like doing a live is a lot different than recording, where it's just hanging out and stuff. But burnout for me is that I know when I've hit my limit and I need to stop. And it's like kind of like, nah, man, like I need a mental health day. I gotta recover. I gotta do this, this and this and everything. And also too, now I'm not doing everything on my own. Like whether it's bills or housework or things like that. So it's like a lot of things help. So.
Yeah, Coy, I'm born in the '80s, so like we've actually heard a lot of that stuff, unfortunately. So but like that's the thing too, is like even burnout for me is getting pretty real. That's why I need my break of some sorts, like being out of like just my city and just like not being cooped up in the house, but
All right, and Jake's out of here. So
Have
see
a
you, man.
good one. It's just
questions, you guys.
there are a lot that goes into this, and I try to expand, do and have things with channels or a channel, and never expect Kyle to do a big heavy lifting when I'm like, I got this idea for the detour. That's why I told him, I was like, you don't have to upload with me, man.
Right.
Because I knew he's got the Cavecast, he had the scary stories, he's got Riker Road, and then he's got now this, you know, and then a full-time job and a girl and his own life and like all this stuff.
Well,
so
I think that it's honestly like even like with the detour where it's like, I mean, that's the thing that like I feel bad whenever I don't make stuff for it, but it's also not a hot on the press channel that I can like have that.
Right.
It's not the same thing as not uploading on Riker. That's the
Right.
closest thing I can say. But when we've talked about it, where like whether or not like there's been weeks where it's like, you know, where I'm like, man, I don't have anything, and you're like, no, man, I got one that's coming out on Monday. It's like, oh, thank God, I have time to recover and think or whatever. But like, there's times like recently where sometimes where it's like it's just we both don't we got gears that are turning or like we're just, you know, burning out like with different stuff.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't mean the detour is stopping. It's just the fact that it's like, no, I'm not going to give you guys bullshit. I'm not going to force something. I want to give you guys something that I want to watch again.
Yeah.
You know, that it's like that type of thing, whether it's being funny or if it's like doing fun effects. So,
Brennan, I understand that. What do you do to help with others other than instead of drinking? Well, here's the funny thing. Other than tonight, I don't drink. I've been coming out a lot with this more on lives because I feel like you have to be here. I don't. It's legit apple juice and or water if you can't see the cup.
Our alcohol intake has dropped drastically from what it was.
I don't.
Yeah.
I drink once a week now.
Yeah,
And it's usually on a Friday, but like on a live night when I do. But like I don't. I keep it to like 1 to 2 days a week, so like the weekend basically, and I still drink my extra light beers because of the calorie thing, because if I drink really any normal beers, I feel like shit.
Well, it's like even like recently, like because I think I told you we're like I can't remember how long ago.
But
it was,
burnout, we just I don't know, we you don't.
No, but like even like Crystal and I, like we like I mean I've had like, you know, some sodas like here and there and stuff throughout the day and stuff, but we have not bought pop.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Like we like
okay.
like maybe like we order something in or something like that, but like we are not keeping it in the house like that, like, you know, anymore. And it's like besides ginger ale to help stomachs and stuff and everything, where it's like, nah, man.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
It's I've already said like I feel better.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's weird, you know. So, but
well, and thank you. Like I said, it's not even the fact. I realized even though I was even having like a tall boy or two, and it was every night because I was hanging out on the lives, and I was like, I don't need to do that, and I wanted to snack.
yeah.
And Winchester. So my daughter's middle name is Riker, and I wanted it to be something like to do with her, like my kids. I don't know. And it was like one of the couple things, and it was just like we didn't even really like have to talk about it a lot. We stood in the kitchen.
Yeah.
He kind of mouthed the words of Riker and then it was like the third thing.
It was the fact that I'm like, what do you want? And you said Riker, and I'm like, well, alliteration. I was like,
Yeah.
Road, Riker Road, Riker Road. How do you feel about
Dude.
that? And you were like, yeah, that's it.
it kind of was just one of those things, like.
Yeah. Nick Hedberg, what's up, dude? He's one of my Cornwall guys. Well, not
shit.
mine, but
Yeah.
What's up, buddy? How's it going? Is he up
What's
just
the
chilling out?
favorite
We're
album?
almost done with our live, but yeah, we're just hanging out on the Friday doing our thing. So. Yup, and Eric on the Cavecast, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Probably take me back to Eden or Clouds.
I would have to say.
Yeah, I'd have the
Eden. Yeah. Yeah.
I did.
Oh, dear God. I would be angry at that, but the name stands true to it. So I'm not touching that with a.
Well, what's wrong with them is because every time, if I wear a black pair of pants and
Sit
a black
the
shirt,
fuck
my
down.
black hat, they're all different colors.
Oh yeah, Nick's a big Sleep Token review, or a big Sleep Token fan. He loves the reviews and stuff.
Pissing me off.
So.
Legit. Have you guys noticed that? That legit pisses me off. It's like, do you gotta buy every piece of that clothing from that store because it all matches?
Oh, Alonzo, absolutely, dude. If you knew where we've been,
Oh.
you would, number one, wouldn't believe it, but secondly, it's the fact of that you would understand how fucking incredible we both have it now with everything. Dude. Like it's
Sleep token tattoo. Yeah, I've got a couple ideas that I'd like to do, and one of them's a big motherfucking piece. So, I mean, it's pretty hefty.
You think he remembers me?
Yeah, yeah. Little fool. But, so actually, I will kind of wrap this up in the sense of I gotta move some things upstairs, but I will probably either, I don't know, do you guys want me to go on live on like Twitch and watch a movie? Do you guys want to just listen to music on TikTok? Not requests. I do not do live requests like that.
Oh,
But
there we go.
hey, Spunky, what's up?
Spunky!
Bag.
Getting the 21 Pilots Tap Monday. Hell yeah, send it to us. Please, please, please. I want to see all the stuff that you get done. Fun fact, guys, actually Spunky, or Cindy, was actually one of the very first people to ever get something tattooed from the channel.
Yeah.
She got Music Junkie.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Lori, you're fine. You're good. Still hanging with us? We do live request streams once a month. I mean, right now I think we're batting for I think it's the 26th or something. So, but I gotta look at it for sure. But we do it once a month, kind of more so near the end. Sometimes we'll do it sooner if things govern it, but we try to do it on flip-flop weekends of things.
Yeah.
And also it's doing other stuff that we're doing, live channel, all that stuff.
I'm trying to also get different things going with other people on Twitch with music reactions and nights and different things and stuff as well, not with Kyle. And again, I will always say, don't get it wrong, it's not pushing him out, it's just giving some, because again, going back to that question of Kyle being full-time, no, he doesn't stream like that. He doesn't do, we also now don't live together anymore.
Well, that's the thing, is I've always said is that it's I would never want to be a streamer. I
Right.
would rather be an uploader. I would just want to make the next crazy fucked up thing, upload it, and then move on.
Right.
So and then do it again. So.
I like,
But-
I want a healthy balance of both. I feel like,
Yeah,
Yep.
Because
Yeah.
I feel like streaming takes a lot out of you, but
it does.
Mhm.
But that's what I'm saying, babe.
Build
Same
relationships
with you is that you work a full-time job. I had the opportunity to really take advantage of this time because my time is still run thin now, but it's because of a lot of things I do, but it's because of channels and my own work and stuff that I kind of choose to put my workload on.
yeah.
But it's fun when things work.
Yeah.
When things work.
Yeah.
But it's the fact of just that balance on lives and recordings.
So Chad,
But-
when's the next blurry face reaction, boys? It'll be sometime next week.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna get back in the swing of it.
So
Don't
all
worry,
right, guys.
we're coming.
But I'm gonna go ahead and jump off here. We're gonna wrap this up, and like I said, I will be on something here in a few. Meg's doing her crystal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I will either, like I said, watch a movie or do TikTok. I'll figure it out. But
Yep.
make sure you look out for that, and then we will see you guys tomorrow morning for coffee time, and then 2 Fridays from now for another live. So, all right, guys, have a good night.
Yep. Take it easy. Adios. So, Jasper's from Denver.